Fortuna High, it's time for your school news. Let's start with yearbooks. They're now $76 and you can still personalize 2 custom pages for free. The deadline for custom pages and baby ads is April 5th. Senior photos and quotes are due March 1st. Send your senior photo and name to srios@fuhsdistrict.net. Photos go in the senior submitted section and quotes will appear under your formal portrait. Coming up next, Fortuna High Blood Drive. It's happening November 19th from 8:30 a.m. to 3 p.m. Sign up in the office. You must be at least 16 years old. And if you're 16, you'll need a parent guardian consent form. Bring that form when you donate. FFA has 2 big events this week. First, the Tri-Tip Drive-Thru Dinner. It's happening November 18th from 5 to 7 p.m. It's $60 for a full family meal, a whole tri-tip, 4 baked potatoes, dinner rolls, and cookies. Pre-sale tickets only available from Ag Student. Thank you for supporting the program, and don't forget, the November FFA meeting is Wednesday, November 17th at 7 p.m. in the theater. Come dressed in your coziest flannel and don't forget your passports. The Humboldt Holiday Food Drive has also officially begun and runs through December 11th. Advisory classes will collect canned and non-perishable foods, and leadership will bring collection boxes later this week. They'll also stop by once a week to pick up donations and take them to be weighed. The advisory class that collects the most pounds of food wins free tickets to January's semi-formal dance, so start gathering those cans. That wraps up this week's school news. Stay involved, stay generous, and keep showing that Husky pride.
Hello Fortuna High, here's your detention and tutoring rundown for the week. On Monday, lunch detention is with Mr. Richardson in B3 at 12:54, and after school detention is with Mr. Orr in CA8 at 3:25. On Tuesday, before school detention is with Mrs. Raven in E3 from 7:35 to 8:10. Lunch detention is with Mr. Orr in CA8 at 12:10, and after school detention is also with Mr. Orr in CA8 at 3:25. For tutoring, math help is available at lunch in E2 with Miss Valdez, and after school tutoring is in the library with Miss Day. On Wednesday, lunch detention is with Mr. Richardson in B3 at 12:10, and after school detention is with Miss Lofald in Ag 2 at 3:25. After school tutoring continues in room F6 with Mrs. Dixon. On Thursday, before school detention is with Mrs. Raven in E3 from 7:35 to 8:10. Lunch detention is with Mr. Orr in CA8 at 12:10, and after school detention is again with Mr. Orr in CA8 at 3:25. For tutoring, math help is available at lunch in E4 with Mr. Couch, and after school tutoring is in F6 with Mrs. Dixon. On Friday, lunch detention is with Mr. Orr in CA8 at 12:10, and there is no after school detention. And finally, Saturday school will be held from November 22nd from 8 a.m. to noon in room F2 with Mr. Stockdale. Stay on top of those minutes, Huskies. Don't let them pile up like leftover Thanksgiving stuffing.
Yo, Fortuna High, it's time for your club news. This week before Thanksgiving break, let's gobble up everything that's going around campus.
Starting with Monday, Garden Club meets after school from 3:25 to 4:25 in the garden between F Building and the Metal Shop. And Interact Club meets today at lunch in AB3. Come join in, plant yourself in the right place.
On Tuesday, Dungeons and Dragons Club meets after school in AB3 with Mr. Rios. Roll for Initiative and Adventures. BSU meets at lunch in B3 every other Tuesday starting today.
Wednesday has no club meetings, plenty of time to catch up before the holiday rush.
On Thursday, FCA meets at lunch in CA2 for pizza with the pastor. MECHA meets at lunch in CA4, and GSA meets at lunch in the Wellness Center. Creeks Club normally meets on the 2nd and 4th Thursday, so there is no meeting this week. However, recycling support after school still continues.
And wrapping up the week, on Friday, Kurt Club meets theater meets at lunch in CA6, and Book Club meets in CA7 with Ms. Dorman. Creek Club is also hosting a campus cleanup right after school on the senior lawn. Anyone can join in for 30 minutes of service.
And don't forget, Chemistry Club meets after school on Friday to conduct an experiment. Perfect timing to cook up something scientific before our Thanksgiving leftovers start cooking themselves.
That's your club news, Huskies. Stay involved, stay curious, and keep showing that Fortuna High spirit.
Yeah.
Hey Husky sports fans, let's run through this week's athletics highlights. First up, the cross country had an outstanding showing at the HDN League Championships. In the men's 5,000 meter varsity race, Juan Ornelas powered through with a second place finish, clocking an impressive 16 minutes, 13 seconds, and 80 milliseconds. On the women's side, Fortuna absolutely dominated. Madison Ruiz finished second with a time of 22 minutes, 1 second, and 6 milliseconds, followed by Brita Lester, who crushed a personal record at 22 minutes, 1 second, and 94 milliseconds. And here's the big win. Fortuna High girls cross country took first place overall as a team. Huge congratulations to all our runners for earning the top spot. Moving on to soccer. In the 2025 NCS Boys Division I Championship, the Fortuna varsity boys soccer team played hard at home on November 12th, but fell to Arcata with a score of 0-2. And the NCS Girls Division I Championships, the varsity girls faced SB on November 5th and battled tough, but ultimately took the 0-2 loss as well. And wrapping up with an explosive football victory in 2025 NCS Division VI playoffs, the Fortuna varsity boys football team came out strong at home on November 14th, defeating Petaluma 42-23. What a way to lighten up the scoreboard and keep the season rolling. That's your Husky Sports Report. Proud of all our student athletes out there giving it their all. Keep running, keep kicking, and scoring strong. Go Huskies!
Hi, Hungry Huskies. It's the week before Thanksgiving break. We're here to carve out what's on the menu at Fortuna High. Monday brings us hamburgers or cheeseburgers with vegetables, fruit, and milk. A classic combo to start your week right. And for breakfast, we got French toast, your choice of meat or PBJ sandwich, or a parfait and cereal. Not a bad way to butter up your Monday morning. On Tuesday, lunch is sub sandwiches, fruit, milk, or veggies. Simple, satisfying, ready to roll. Breakfast features biscuits and gravy, plus the usual PBJ, parfait, or cereal lineup. Wednesday serves up a corn dog for lunch with vegetables, fruit, and milk. And breakfast, pancake puffs, because who doesn't love tiny pancakes that are basically just edible happiness? Thursday, the big one, the Thanksgiving feast. No fancy puns here. Okay, maybe one. Don't be a jive turkey and miss out. Join us for a festival meal that will make you extra thankful for the cafeteria crew. Finally, on Friday, before we gobble up our way into break, breakfast brings bagels and cream cheese with lunch that will feature barbecue chicken wraps with veggies, fruit, and milk. That is your Husky Eats menu for this week. Eat well, enjoy the feast, and have a foul-tastic Thanksgiving break.